This edition of MacVoicesTV is brought to you by media sponsor Take Control eBooks. The answers you need now from leading experts. Find out more and download your copy at takecontrolbooks.com. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoicesTV at Macworld iWorld 2012. We're in the Mobile App Showcase booth talking to Jim about Art Authority. Jim, welcome to MacVoicesTV.
Thanks, Chuck. I'm happy to be here.
So tell me about Art Authority. There's a little reputation going around the show floor. This is one of the things we have to stop and see.
It's a must-see at the show. We're very happy. It's our second Macworld show. And last year, basically, the idea is that it's an art museum on your iPad, but we also have it for the iPhone, the Mac, and we just introduced for the Kindle Fire as well. And it's 50,000 works of art, 1,000 artists, and it's a database that's growing every day. We keep adding more and more works to it. And it's designed in a metaphor of a museum. So you wander through the museum, this virtual museum, and you go from room to room. And we've been very lucky. We got basically Macworld gave us greatest 25 apps, and we've got best iPad reference app 2 years in a row from Apple, and they just featured us at their education event at the Guggenheim last week.
That's an impressive set of credentials. So is it the content you think that sells it, or is it the metaphor, or both?
I think it's both. I think that the idea there is that we're all at different ways fans of art, and especially the art. When I start showing you the app, we connect with it, and because it's on this magical interface of the iPad, you really get to connect with it. You get to touch it and zoom in on it and interact with it. So it's taking that personal education to an interactive layer, and people connect with it that way. The other thing we're launching this week is the artauthority.net portal. And it's a web-based social network for art authorities, people that know what they're doing and talking about in the art world, and then the rest of us that are just fans of art. And so think of it like a Facebook or a LinkedIn, but not for the purpose of connecting with each other and becoming friends, but really to share our experience and appreciation of art. And so it's just connecting people to art.
What you said about being able to touch, it's interesting. There's so many things that seem to be changing because of the iPad experience, that there's something visceral about. I mean, before, if you walked into a museum and tried to look at this or touch it, they'd shoot you. So, here you can actually play with it, manipulate it a little bit to your liking.
Yeah, let me show you real quick.
Please.
Okay, I'm going to go into the Impressionism room. So it's laid out in time periods. You can search by period, by artist, by location. I'll go and just do a major works. And it loads up the thumbnails, and then I can just randomly choose which one that I'd like to look at. And when I see one that I want to get more detail on, like I'll go down here to Starry Night, I can just tap on it and focus, and then fill the screen, and then this is where you get that. I want to be able to zoom in and look at the brush strokes. So if you're looking to study the art side of it, you can. The other thing is, because we use the internet, and so there's Vincent van Gogh, Starry Night, the year it was created, the size, and where it's located. It has other features like I'm traveling right now. We're from Oregon. I come to San Francisco, and I'd like to see art in a museum. So what I can do is just use the new feature called Art Near Me, and I can go in here and say, show me all the art that's within 1 mile, 2 mile, 5 mile, 10 mile radius of where I'm standing right now, and I can go and experience it. And we have all the museums around the world. I'm going to be going to Munich tomorrow, and when I get there, I'm going to do Art Near Me in Munich because I've never been, and I'll be able to experience art right there in Munich. And so it does that. It also has art like this. You see something and you go, you know what? I really connect with that piece of art. What other art is out there? Because maybe you don't know, and you can say, what other art is out there that's like this? And you can use this feature called Art Like This, and it goes in and it does an algorithm in our database, and it starts finding art that's similar in color, style, period, whatever those similarities are. Different artists have, could have been crisscrossing their art styling. So it's just this great, fun, interactive way to find out about art. Educators love it. A textbook, my daughter right now is a freshman in college. She took art appreciation class. Her textbook's $150. This is a $10 app. It's on sale during Macworld for $5. But basically, she has more depth than what she can get out of that textbook with this app.
I'm curious now, you say your collection is growing, so this is an app. Am I loading this art or any portion of this art onto my iPad, or am I strictly accessing it over the net?
It's all on the internet, but you are accessing and bringing down a local cache copy when you go to it, just like a web browser. So the first time you look at it, it's bringing it down from the web. The second time, until you clear your cache, just like a web browser, it's sitting there locally. And then you can, if it gets too big or you want to control your cache, you can.
So an educator could bring down this and then not have to necessarily be connected to the internet to use it.
That's exactly right. It has slideshow mode, and the portal allows you to go even further. You can tag your art as an educator and organize it in a way that says, I want to walk my class through a certain curriculum, and I'm going to focus on these 10 pieces and start manipulating it in the order that you want to go through it. So we're really listening to the educators as they use it.
It's very nice, because you're right, this makes so much so accessible so easily in a logical fashion, and then you let us customize it as well.
Absolutely, that's our goal, and we're excited because people keep pushing us. They want more art, they want more capability with the art, and it's really exciting to be able to react to them.
What kind of pricing are we talking about for this?
Normally it's a $10 app on all the platforms, and during Macworld, during this whole weekend, it's $5.
Fantastic, fantastic. And the website to go learn more about it before they purchase?
It's artauthority.net.
Thank you so much for the time.
Thanks, Chuck.
Folks, more from Macworld iWorld 2012 in San Francisco soon. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoicesTV.
MacVoicesTV is part of the MacVoices Group and a member of Mac Level 10.